We get an opportunity to see Cahooch take the football back, and Brennan Meyer, 12 touchdowns, just one interception to start the season. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, this combination between Brennan Meyer and Ashton Cahooch, it's definitely one to keep an eye on tonight. Last year, they were super active with each other. Cahooch, 52 receptions, 672 yards. How about this? 14 touchdowns, a little over one a game. Pretty good by my count. And then Brennan Meyer, he's been so efficient so far this season, 72%. He's been keeping the ball clean, only the one turnover. We'll see if he can keep that going here tonight against Reedy.
He's got plenty of time here on his first pass as he rolls out right, throws it in a tight window, batted away. Out of 73 pass attempts, Brennan Meyer has only thrown 21 incompletions, and that was, of course, number 21 initially. Coming down here, there's Khalil Smith with the tackle, and it's a gain of 2.5 on second down.
And typically what works with this offense is Brennan Meyer getting those short gains, working in that short to intermediate range. That's where he excels the most. He has that short build, but he's able to kind of get out of the pocket, find some guys, improvise. I would like to see him do a little bit more of that here tonight as well. That's going to be the key to victory for these Wolverines.
The Wolverines, as we do see a change at quarterback. We've talked about the two quarterback set. It was Hernandez to start. Now it's Jake Ferner in. He's the more mobile of the two until you meet Grayson Meyer. Meyer with the tackle for loss.
Yeah, Grayson Meyer, you're going to see him active on both sides of the ball here tonight. Does a really good job coming in from that second and third level. He's kind of a guy that they'll put out in space and let him come downhill, make some tackles. They'll make him go out in coverage. Really physical guy out there. Just a sophomore doing a really good job out there.
This year, he did so last week. Wakeland went 2 weeks without actually finding a score on the ground. All of it through the air up until that point. Now Meyer rolls right, in trouble, and he can't get away. Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. It depends on the spot. He needed the 38, and he got it. According to this spot from our near side official, this should be first down Wakeland.
Yeah, really good job here by Brennan Meyer. Just being able to get flushed out of the pocket, stay composed, pick up the first down, know where that first down yardage is at. And this game finally gets its first down almost halfway through the first quarter.
High snap, Meyer looking, scanning, throwing a dart over the middle, complete. Ryder Treadway holds on. Wakeland into Reedy territory.
Yeah, really good grab there by Treadway with the DB hanging on his back right there. You see the Lions secondary. Remember, he just kind of throws his hands up after that. He's like, maybe I get a penalty or something, but nevertheless, that's a first down moving into Reedy territory.
He owns 50 of the 66 yards that Wakeland has gotten to this point. So there's a quick completion to Donovan Woolen on the far hash.
He's a guy that brings size. He's a guy that'll bring a developed route tree. You know, he's going to be a big part of this passing game if Brennan Meyer is able to get it going. But it starts up front. He's going to need a lot more protection than he's gotten so far.
See what Wakeland has to begin the second quarter. They'll have to start with third down. There you go, straight to Woolen. He needs a block to get outside. He got one from Cooper Snyder, but that was about it. It's only a gain of 2. Fourth down and a decision on the way here for the Wolverines.
Yeah, very crucial decision here early on. You have in your back pocket the context that your defense has allowed or has forced 2 3-and-outs to open this game. So if they're not able to get this fourth down, does that trust in the defense so far to this point, does that kind of play into making this decision? Looks like it will. They're going to stay on the field for 4th and 5.
Meyer steps up. There's a penalty marker. He was again looking for the sophomore younger brother, Grayson Meyer. Always a crucial part in a rivalry game like this.
Showing a little pressure off the edge here on first down.
Going right side, here's Brennan Meyer. Meyer steps into it, but he got hit as he threw it downfield, and the catch is still made. What a grab from Ryder Treadway right on top of the star logo.
Really good job there by Brennan Meyer getting downfield, being able to find his guy and finally connecting with him. And Treadway, man, what a grab. We'll see what the call is. It was in the
They said we'll go ahead and take the big-time completion over the middle. Ryder Treadway has been a massive step up in the absence of guys like you talked about earlier. These Wakeland Wolverine offenses have always had some hefty weapons on the outside, and Treadway is just another in a long line of success.
Yeah, Treadway and Cahooch, a 1-2 punch that has been really reliable for Brennan Meyer through these first 3 games. And Donovan Woolen is just an added part of that, a really good receiving core all around for these Wolverines. But
2nd and 10. Meyer with pressure this time up the middle. Throws across his body, has Woolen at the 15. He runs over a defender, and he's in the end zone. Donovan Woolen with the play of the night so far, and Wakeland strikes right back. It took a little to get going, but this game's starting to look a lot like 2022.
Absolutely. Now the offensive firepower is starting to show life a little bit. These big plays, that is what made this game so exciting last year. And now we see 2 big plays here early in the second quarter. Donovan Woolen getting loose across the middle of the field and fighting off Cooper Clawbow. Almost like a bull or a bison down in the middle of the field. Committed to North Dakota State. Looking good going up to Fargo. They might have a bison in their own right coming up north.
Now that's a professional tie-in.
We are in Frisco, however. They do call this Fargo South.
That's true. They've won a lot of titles in this building, and they may want to continue looking at Donovan Woolen, how they could win some titles in the future.
Yeah, that's a tough job you're asking there of Cooper Clawbow. That was not his man. He was coming over to provide help. Tried to just lay a tackle on him, but with where the ball was placed, where the ball was caught, really difficult for Clawbow to make a play, not only on the ball, but also on the big and physical Woolen. Woolen fights him off his legs and walks into the end zone for the rest. Now we got a tied ball game here, Kyle. We got a ball game.
This has been a fun one, really from the start of the second quarter. We were scoreless in the first, and since the beginning of the second, we've only been in the second quarter for 1 minute, 42 seconds, and we've already had 2 touchdowns. That's how quickly things can turn around.
Like this year, and Tristan Airy, obviously a big part of that at the tailback position as well. We saw it on that 54-yard touchdown reception, but weapons all over the place, just a little bit different than what it's looked like in previous years for Reedy.
Handoff on first down goes to the receiver, Connor McGrath.
A rebound from those unfortunate instances.
Cahooch, near side, makes a man miss inside enemy territory, and he's dragged down from behind. Let's hear from Michelle Brooks on that Reedy sideline.
That's right, Kyle. I am on the Reedy sideline. Down here, just heard assistant coach Clint Kaufman talk to his offense coming off the. We can do this again and again and again. He's not satisfied yet with their performance.
Not yet. They lead it by 7, trying to grow that by putting together a defensive stop. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Hello, Cooper Clawbow.
Be tested here on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, they got guys that are really disciplined in coverage. We've seen that a little bit so far here tonight. Fuchsa, he's drawn a couple of those defensive pass interferences, but a really good opportunity here.
Another big hit laid down, and Cahooch still holds on, depending on the spot. He may have a first down. We're waiting for the officials to mark it, and it appears it's just shy.
Yeah, Seth Johnson laid a hit there on Cahooch, and Cahooch, that's the second big hit he's taken on this drive. A really good job of hauling in that pass once again. And that's good enough for the first down. Really good job there by Cahooch, staying composed with that physicality.
Jackson doing a great job, and he's spot on. Coach Isom still trying to work with the officials. See what Wakeland has offensively. It's Grayson Meyer initially. Spins down at the 23. Pickup of about 4. Still a long way to go because the line to gain is the 3.
Yeah, this is a situation on 1st and 25 when you just try to pick up some yards there on first down, build a little bit of confidence, and open up the playbook on second down. But Seth Johnson, once again, crashing down from the cornerback position, moved back into zone and came down and made the play on Grayson Meyer. those are all things that are probably being discussed in that timeout. We'll see what Chandisum drew up right here with Brendan Meyer coming out in the empty set.
3rd and 20. Meyer, pressured right, rolls left, throws on the run, he has a man, it's Cahooch inside the 1, and he's in. Touchdown Wakeland on 3rd and 20. They go to the man who had 14 scores a year ago, and now he's got 5 on the season.
Yeah, and if you're Brendan Meyer, you might want to go ahead and buy Ashton Cahooch a Whataburger after the game. Cahooch, he sees Meyer is in trouble. He picks up speed on his route. Meyer fires it in. He makes the grab and fights off a tackler to get into the end zone. What a huge play from the senior playmaker, Ashton Cahooch. We saw it so many times last year. We saw it in this game last year. He was able to do it right back here tonight, and now they're an extra point away from tying this ball game with 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Jack Minsky. Right down the middle. We're all tied up at 14 with just 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Reedy with 2 timeouts. Wakeland has all 3 of theirs. Partner, we've got ourselves a fun one brewing. It's big play after big play. We've had some penalties that have really stifled the momentum on both ends, but now it feels completely even with 2 minutes left here in the second.
Yeah, both teams have been able to fight off some unfortunate penalties, some that, were deserving, and maybe a couple that were tough calls as well. But, man, Brendan Meyer right here falling back off his back foot and firing it in to Ashton Cahooch. And he does the rest. Really good job there by Cahooch. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but he plays with a lot of heart. Those 14 touchdowns last year, that's how he was able to amass that total with the physicality like that and being able to help out his quarterback in situations like that as well.
How about Brendan Meyer? Came into the game completing 72% of his passes. That's an unbelievable number for a high school quarterback. 838 yards. He's closing in on 1,000 yards already this season, and we are just in week 4. He now has 14 passing touchdowns to just 1 interception. Fantastic kick. Reedy riding the hot hand of Hernandez. They were switching back and forth between the two early in the game as this handoff for Airy has first down yardage. Season as the only Reedy head coach in school history, and both of which have built fantastic programs. Chad Cole was on the same staff as Chandler Isom as the offensive coordinator prior to taking the Reedy job 9 years ago. So there's a lot of respect between these two programs and two guys that were on the same staff at one point.
Yeah, it's the beauty of Frisco ISD and also the coaching fraternity.
Welcome back to the second half of action in a District 6 5A showdown between the Wakeland Wolverines and the Reedy Lions on the Frisco Sports Network. Alongside Nick Harris and Michelle Brooks, I'm Kyle Yeomans taking a look at some of the first half looks and highlights. It was a high-flying, hard-hitting first 24 minutes between these two district rivals, Nick, and it all, at least scoring-wise, happened in the second quarter, making this third quarter crucial to whoever's going to come out on top.
Yeah, you mentioned the high-flying 24 minutes, but it took 12 to get it going. 0 points in the first frame, but we started in the first 2 minutes of the second quarter with 14 points, and the points rolled in from there. Both of these offenses have seen big plays. They've seen methodical drives down the field. They've seen their playmakers like Donovan Woolen right there for Wakeland get active. It's only setting up for another thriller between Reedy and Wakeland, just like we saw last year, Kyle.
This was a big-time touchdown for Khalil Smith. He had a big first half playing both ways for the Lions. Brendan Meyer and company with 2 passing touchdowns. Ashton Cahooch catching one of those, and there's the hard hits. We've seen plenty of those throughout this one. Ashton Cahooch getting in the end zone for that one. That tied it at 14, and then just a couple plays later, Reedy retook the lead, and that's where we stand as they'll get the football to begin the second half.
And in close games like this, those turnovers are so crucial, especially in a situation where it looked like they were going to get 6 points out of it.
Meyer with time. Has a man underneath. Ashton Cahooch turns upfield. Stays in bounds, but he's tripped up from behind. that close to breaking a big one for the senior.
Yeah, very close indeed. Ashton Kahuch, he was able to fight a tackler off and fly down the sideline for a big gain. That's really big for this Wakeland offense. You see him right here, just moves inside, fights off a guy, and tries to ride the sideline so close to breaking that one loose. Beautiful about this school district overall. You got guys all the way from the Power 5 level, guys like Max Anderson. You got guys at the Group of 5 level in FBS, FCS, and on.
Play action. Meyer completes a rocket far side to Treadway. He has first down yardage. Finally spun out of bounds by the combination of Fuchs and Hebel. Like you said, all levels represented from Frisco ISD. You turn on the TV on Saturdays, you see plenty of Frisco ISD alumni and from all over the district, all 12 schools, and it's so fun to watch here on Thursday and Friday nights throughout the season. We'll even get text messages and phone calls from college coaches watching these broadcasts who aren't able to make it in person, whether they're on the recruiting trail or preparing for a matchup, just getting a chance to watch some solid football. Meyer, shovel pass forward to Cooper Snyder, and he holds on to the ball as he hits the ground before it pops out. How about that to pick up some extra yards, but a dangerous play from the senior quarterback.
Yeah, talk about improvising for Brennan Meyer. And if you're the Wakeland coaching staff, you can't knock him for doing that because he takes care of the ball so well. Throughout his senior season, only the one interception. And so improvising in a situation like that where he's about to go down and passing it forward and finding Cooper Snyder, you'll see him step up in the pocket right here, not seeing anybody, and just flips it up right in between two Reedy Lions to Cooper Snyder. That's a big-time play. That's 8 yards. That doesn't just come on any play.
They go with the read option. Meyer with a yard PO completes it on the sidearm to Ashton Kahuch. There is a flag down. You talk about improvisation again from Meyer. RP and then waited a second for the pass attempt, and he finally puts it complete.
Yeah, really good job there for Brennan Meyer. You could tell that he has full command of this offense, not only in the pass game, but in the run game as well. You know, the Reedy Lions have to respect him in a lot of different ways whenever he's out there in the backfield with the ball in his hands.
We probably disagree.
I would join them.
Play action. Meyer throws it in a tight window. It is caught by Donovan Woolen, who was cramping off his left leg a moment ago. Now he's cramping with the right.
I'm more of a Taco Bell packets guy.
Yeah, me too. 3rd down and 5. Here's Meyer. Shakes out a couple Reedy defenders. He'll slide, but is there a late hit? No. No penalty marker, and you could even see a bit of pause from Jackson Jennings, who finished the tackle off. Looked up, was anticipating a flag. They didn't get one. The Wakeland sideline wanted one, but it's 4th and 1.
Decision to make here, and I think you have to go for it. You know, considering how this Reedy offense has been operating.
He called out specifically senior quarterback Brennan Meyer and senior running back Cooper Snyder to step up and make plays in order to win this football game.
Big moments on the way. Big moments make big-time players. Big-time players make big-time plays in moments like this. Appreciate you, Jackson. Here's Meyer. Steps up, throws a dart, far side, complete to Treadway. Treadway stays on his feet. He'll get out of bounds. Clock stops at 9:01. Wakeland driving into the red zone.
Man, Ryder Treadway said, "Get out of my way." Pushed his defender down as soon as he hauled in that pass, showing off the strength a little bit. Now Wakeland they're operating with some gas here. Watch this again. Ryder Treadway takes that left hand. Get off me, man. Big gain there for Ryder Treadway.
Type of physicality that this game has shown from the kickoff. Dumps it off. Snyder can't hold on. 3rd and 15 now for Wakeland. We just heard from Jackson about the challenge issued from that Wakeland coaching staff to the 2 seniors that are, for the majority of the time, in the backfield. Can't connect here.
Looked like Carson Cole may have had an opportunity to grab this. He just turned around a little bit too late, but it definitely hit Cooper Snyder right in his hands. It was an opportunity for yardage there. And now 3rd and 15. We can see what Brennan Meyer will do. He's been able to cook up the big plays so far tonight. Can he do it again?
Had a touchdown on 3rd and 20 earlier in the game. Meyer wants to go near side. There's lots of pushing and tugging.
Far tonight have been in crucial moments, and especially right here, it gives Wakeland more life on this drive as they look to cut it to 7.
Meyer will roll right, pump fakes, still looking for a man, lofts it in zone, touchdown, found the man, it's Ryder Treadway. We've got a 1-score game in the 4th.
And Brennan Meyer is so good back there in the backfield. He's flushed out of the pocket almost on every play so far tonight. And he took the snap, took a couple of steps right, flushed the defense out right, and waited for a couple receivers to get back out left and floated it just perfectly right into Ryder Treadway to cut this game to 1 possession. Really good job there, Brennan Meyer. Not only on that play, but the whole drive, being able to drive down the field and cut it to 1 possession.
The Wakeland student section alive and well here from Ford Center. PAT makes it a 7-point game. We're not done yet from Ford Center. 28-21. Play clock down to 5. Man in motion. They hand it off. It's McGrath. Nowhere to go, and it was Snyder that got in the backfield first.
Yeah, really good job of Cooper Snyder. He just follows McGrath down the line of scrimmage there, eventually runs him down. And that's a big tackle for loss there, moving them back behind the original line of scrimmage. Look at Cooper Snyder coming in, down. And then it was Grayson Meyer came off and finished it off. Both of those guys playing on both sides of the ball so far tonight. And here in the late stages of the game, making big plays. That's what you love to see from your big-time players.
Biggest 3rd down of the game so far for Wakeland's defense. Trying to get off the field, give the offense a shot. They go to Tristan Airy. Airy has some space, and he's tripped up by Snyder again. Pickup of only 4. It's 4th and 7 in enemy territory. Does Reedy go for it here on 4th down? Completely different ball game. Now they're trailing by 2 scores. You got to go down the field with 2 timeouts twice in the next 4 minutes to get a win. That's a good start. Quick completion. Right up the hash marks to Ryder Treadway.
Yeah, Ryder Treadway has been so great here tonight. Been a really good option for Brennan Meyer. You know, Brennan's got a lot of weapons in this receiving core, but Treadway has definitely stepped up early so far this season. Been a really reliable option for him.
Meyer quickly to Treadway. Treadway turns upfield. 1st down yardage again for Wakeland. Looks like Khalil Smith in the backfield making things tough on Meyer, but he's slow to get up. He's able to walk back to the Lions' defensive side. He'll stay in the game at the moment. Still time here if Wakeland can get down the field and score quickly. Pressure shown from Reedy. 4-man rush. Meyer wants it way downfield, batted away, but there's a penalty marker against Josiah Fuchsa, and he can't believe it.
Contact on it. I didn't feel like he did that right there. I thought that was good coverage, but hey, that's 15 yards for this Wakeland offense.
Keeps the drive alive, keeps the hope alive for the Wakeland sideline. Throw over the middle, there's Treadway again. 1st down, clock will stop as the chains reset. 2:14 to go.
Yeah, and they got to operate a little bit quicker here. I know they're still in a no-huddle operation, but you know you need 2 scores here almost under 2 minutes already.
Meyer, plenty of time. Best protection he's had all night. Lofts it up. Treadway, diving catch at the 10. Treadway's come alive here in this final couple minutes.
Yeah, Treadway once again. He's been such a good receiving option for Brennan Meyer so far. That's a really good grab right there, keeping them in it by the skin of their teeth.
1st and goal for the Wolverines. Trying to cut it back to a 1-score game. There's another look at the Treadway catch. Meyer again. Guess who? Ryder Treadway for 6. 1-score game. They drive all the way down the field and still have 96 seconds to try and tie this ball game up.
And bear with me here. I'm going to call Ryder Treadway Ryder Treyway here because he had 3 very big receptions on that drive. Do you like that one? Do you like that one? Let's start with that.
You could say ride or die, too.
And that's very true. He has been the ride or die option for Brendan Meyer so far here in this second half. That's a really good job there of not only Ryder Treyway, but Brendan Meyer being able to handle that situation, stay composed, and at least get the 7 points. He did everything that he could on that drive. Now it's going to be up to the special teams to try to get the ball back to him.
Treadway doing everything he could. You could even see he was a little winded getting back to the sideline. Wow, what a game this has been. We'll take a look at some of the highlights so far. Josiah Fuchsa, who's been really on the up and the downs for the Reedy sideline. Wakeland, under pressure throughout the night, has stayed within striking distance. But Reedy with really the biggest plays of the night when they've needed it most. Donovan Wolin's been limited here in the second half with cramps. This was the biggest play of the night. Dodging sacks to throw down field on 4th down and 7 for Reedy to give themselves a 2-score lead. Now it's cut down to 1, 35-28. Let's check in with both.